Hey there, Phoenixes, and welcome to another episode of Free Create Fridays, your weekly place for creative inspiration to re-inspire and reinvigorate your creative soul. I am Daniela Langford here of ReDesign Your Life Forever, and this week we have got an awesome project for you. Now, I don't know if you're anything like me, which if you're here and you're watching this, you probably are, is that I used to love those grow your own crystal kits when I was growing up. Now, of course, we're all just big kids at this point, as they like to say, but really, how magical is it? It's very much like, growing your own tomato plant and then being able to eat it's just fucking amazing, is to be able to grow your own crystals. Okay, so I went back and, I've kind of been doing throwbacks here with like the macrame and going back into doing that, just finding things that we used to love to do and do them again, because why'd we stop? It's so much fun and it's creative. It's feeding our soul. It's giving our soul purpose and expression, a healthy expression. And that is why I really, really like to nail in this creativity thing, and why I insist it's always a part of my programs and working with people, because it's super important. It's a very important part of being able to intelligently redesign your own life and your own life experience. So here this week, we're going to be showing you how to grow your own crystal formation with very simple, very easy to find materials. And that's just borax. Good old washing 20 mule team borax. Pretty sure y'all, saw it in the laundry room as kids and you're like, what the hell is this stuff? It actually will grow crystals. And I don't know about you, but those crystal kits, they're nice, but they really never gave you that, they never gave you a crystal, right? So this week I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy way to make your own crystals at home. And it is non-toxic, no bleach, no weirdness or anything like that. And it is absolutely fun. And to be able to pull this little gem, have a look here. Have a look at this bad boy. Ah! Look at the shine. Ooh, trying to get out of the shadow of my own camera. Look at that. Pipe cleaners and borax. Yeah, this is what we're going to be doing this week. So let's gather up all of our materials. We're going to get started here with a little bit of stretching and some more power poses, because I really enjoy doing those with you. And we are going to get into showing you exactly how to make this bad boy simply out of some water, borax, and pipe cleaners. Let's get to it. This is going to be a fun one. All right, my Phoenixes, let us get started with some stretching here. And if you have not joined us for stretch time, I would love and highly encourage you to do so. Stretching, of course, has been proven over and over again to be immensely good for your body, and not only your body, but your mental and emotional well-being as well, because as you strengthen and become more familiar with this vehicle that we inhabit, the more confident and secure you will be in yourself, and the happier you will be. So I always bring this bit of movement into all of my creative videos, because honestly, I actually do a little bit of yoga or power poses or breathing before I do any creative creation or pursuit at all, because it really not only physically helps tone and make your body healthy, but it brings in all of that energy and all of that chi. You start talking with your intuition and your higher self, and you get so much more inspiration when you are able to take a meditative moment before you start your creation. So here we go. We're just going to reach up to the sky and fall forward. Get that nice front bend in here, as always. Always feels so good to stretch out that back and those lower legs, those arms, let your neck hang. My back always pops. It's a wonderful thing. There it goes. And up, roll it up. And we're gonna reach up And do a little bit of a back bend here. Because whatever direction you stretch, you always want to go in the opposite direction. Balance. So, power poses. Again, this is going to be, we're going to do these for 2 minutes here. So, Wonder Woman. Da 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 da. Super easy. I know it doesn't seem like I'm doing anything here, but it has been proven that by holding your body in certain positions, it increases your endorphins, it increases your confidence and your energetic level. It is just amazing what holding yourself in a particular position can do. So imagine what holding yourself in a slumped over position at your desk all day is doing to you. So this is why I always incorporate these things, because I want to give you as many excuses as possible to bring as many tools as possible into redesigning your own life. So here we are, just hands on the hips. Not like reaching back or doing anything weird. Got shoulders nice and down, they're not up here. Neck nice and long and loose. Feet hip or shoulder width apart, whichever is more comfortable for you. And then we're gonna reach up and do our victory pose. Now I'm just gonna bend down so you can see what my hands are doing, but this is literally what my hands are doing. Victory, victory. So we're gonna hold this for a minute. I find that holding one for 1 minute and one for the other is good for building up your tolerance, because a lot of times these shoulders are not stoked on holding the arms up this much for this long. So I find that being able to alternate between the two really helps be able to get the benefit of the power poses without wearing yourself out. We just got about 20 more seconds here. Nice deep breaths here and just relax into it. Very nice. Arms down. Gonna run them around here a little bit. Stretch them out. A little forward here. Hand above the elbow or below. A little forward here. Clasp your hands in the back. Woo, that feels better already. All right, my Phoenixes, we are gonna gather up all of our materials and I'm gonna show you how easy it is with very few materials to make your own crystal formations. I made like this little geode that I showed you just now, and I'm gonna continue to do these. So let's get going, because this is a really fun one to do. Here's everything you are going to need to make crystals with us. Super simple, very few ingredients. You're going to need pipe cleaners. I prefer white ones, only because when you use the food coloring, it actually dyes also the pipe cleaner. But I bet you could use these with colored pipe cleaners too, and it would have a really cool effect of the color showing through the crystal. That would be something to try out, and I'd love to see if you do. You will also need a measuring cup. This is a 4-cupper right here, or you could also use any kind of glass jar. I prefer glass over plastic just because we're dealing with heat and hot water and things and stuff. Also, the main ingredient, you will need this bad boy. I believe many of you probably remember using this as kids and your parents and grandparents using this stuff in the washer. I love it, and who knew that you could actually make your own crystals out of it. So this you can find anywhere and everywhere in the laundry section. You will also need some skewers or pencils, anything like that that you can set across your reservoir here so that your pipe cleaner will hang from this into the solution to collect the crystals on. And of course, something to hang it with, any kind of string, floss, anything like that. And of course, again, if you would like to color them, food coloring. So this is all you are going to need. So now we're gonna go down to the kitchen. They're gonna get us some nice hot water, and we're gonna start dissolving our borax. And then the magic happens. But before we get started with our water, let me show you how to make the base for our crystals. Now this is very simple, just a few pipe cleaners all wrapped together, and here's how to do it. Any kind of wrapping, you just want to start them. Wrap them around themselves. In this case, we're going to be making this geode type shape, but you can make them into whatever shape you want. And I'm going to also be experimenting with different sizes of them, putting different amounts of them in the water at one time to see how big the crystals grow, if you just have one or if you have multiple in there, if it doesn't matter, or having these tight little circles versus something a little bit bigger, which you can make by putting them together and making a big one. Okay. And you can just make them as big or as small as you want. And when you've got something that you want to try to put crystals on, all you're going to do then is get some of your string here. You're going to want to cut a piece that's short enough to fit inside your vessel. Cut a few here. And then all you do is simply tie your string to your little geode base here. And then you'll tie the other end to your skewer or pencil. Okay, just like that. And then it will sit down in there just like that. So do this for all of your different sizes of bases, and then we're going to go downstairs and we're going to get dissolving. are coming to check in on it. It is about 20 hours later, the next afternoon, but not quite as the time that I set this off. It has been sitting here very still, nothing disturbed it for this whole amount of time. And as you can see, we've got some crystals. Look at that, those are all crystals. So, ooh, timber. Nope, it's the Titanic. She sank. So what we're gonna do is just lift. Oh, and it's attached. Look, it's attached. So I'm gonna have to go get a spoon so we can gently pry that off. Okay, here's the spoon. Just gently. There we go. Gently pry it away. Just get a little paper towel here to put it on. See one of those little baby crystals almost. Just gonna lift it out, the reveal. Oh, wow. Look at it shine. Look at that. Look at that. So as you can see, you can put almost anything in there, including the cord, and it will saturate and crystallize. Can't imagine what the bottom of this must look like. Let's find out. Look at that. Crystal heaven. Now you're probably wondering how in the F am I going to get this out of my Pyrex? And that is just by heating it up with some more water and redissolving the crystals, and it will then come out. And there we have it. Look at that. I imagine the more food coloring you put in, also, the deeper the color will be. Just rub these places off where you cut the cord. As you can see by this shape, it really does take on really whatever shape is put in there. And if you want more crystals, if you want them to keep growing, you just heat the glass up again, which is also why I like to use glass and not plastic. You can heat your glass cup up again, put more borax in it, put this back in, and let it sit for another 24 hours, and they will get even bigger. I just can't get over this. I love this so much. I'm gonna go sit it in a windowsill. Also, what you can do is we're gonna let it dry out. And then I think I'm going to put some like polyurethane sealer on it so that it doesn't ever really melt or do anything go away in any humid conditions like we have here in the South. And then paint this bottom gold so I have like a little geode situation going on there, and that would be super cute. And I'll show you that, and that's all finished. We've also got some shards here. Don't know if you can see those little shardy shards, which might be fun to use just for decoration or something. And then also here are the strings that we use to hold a little geode in the water. And you could polyurethane these as well. They almost look like rock candy. And you could save these as well and use them for decoration. So that is as easy as it is. Borax, a cup of water, and a little time. All right, let's finish this off. Alrighty, Phoenixes, we are all finished here. It has been over 24 hours, and I have let this bad boy dry. And it did lose a little bit of its color because I put it on a paper towel, and the paper towel wicked some of the food coloring color away from the crystal itself. But look at all the shinies. So shiny, I'm gonna die. Now this, of course, as you can see, it really does take on whatever shape you put in there. And as you can also see, I went ahead with a little bit of gold and a little bit of like hammered metal, just some spray paint, and spray painted the bottom of that. And this is actually, this little chunky weirdness is from where it ended up sitting on the bottom of the glass, because the crystalline structure on the bottom ended up building up so much that it touched the bottom of this. So it ended up kind of sitting like that. So made that the bottom, and that's going to be the bottom of our geode. And that is how easy it is. So I've let it dry again for maybe, again, overnight, just to be safe. I did try to put some like polyurethane spray on it to seal it so that it wouldn't ever redissolve again. And that really just dulled this beautiful crystalline situation that we have going on here. It just really dulled it out. And I also tried a bit of clear nail polish, a little bit better, but much the same. So I just left the front unsprayed or unsealed with anything. And of course, Phoenixes, if you have a suggestion what might be able to seal this without losing this brilliant light show that we've got going on here, I would love to hear about it in the comments. So please let me know, because I'm always looking for ways to make my projects better for you. So there we go, sprayed back, sparkly, sparkly forward. I loved doing this, really, and it was so simple and easy, and it just takes a little bit of time. And if you want to make the crystals bigger, just remake the solution and redo it. Just dunk that little bad boy right back into there, redo the solution, the hot solution, stick it right back in there, and let it go for another 24 hours. I have watched people make huge crystals, huge crystal formations by leaving them for a week and just, you know, refreshing the solution every couple of days, because you refresh the solution and you're putting more of that borax or whatever you're using to make the crystals back into the water. And then this basically becomes your crystal seed, and it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows huge. So I am actually going to make this a series, because I loved doing them so much that I'm going to make a series, because I want to try doing Epsom salt and alum, which both, I have looked up, both of those also make beautiful crystal formations, and they're different from one another. So the crystals that you see here from the borax are actually are a different shape than what's going to happen when I do the next tutorial for ReCreate Friday, when we work with the Epsom and the alum, because I think I'll just do 2 for 1 on that one. But yeah, it was so amazing to pull this out of that blue liquid and to have something just so crystalline, because I mean, you know what pipe cleaners look like. I mean, this is fantastic. This is super cute, and I'm gonna go sit this in the window, and you know, you could probably burn incense and stuff on it, do all that kinds of stuff, and it probably, you know, put your sage smudge on it, probably won't hurt it. I mean, it's borax, it's not toxic. What could it do? I mean, and please, if anybody knows any better, let me know, because I don't want to be putting all weird information out there. You know, that's not really true. So this is what we did this week. How awesome is this little nugget here? Absolutely adorable. I'm gonna take some sweet pictures of it and with a crystalline light show, and gonna post these at the end of the video. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this week as we made our beautiful crystal geode formations here, just out of some pipe cleaners and some borax. And oh, by the way, before I forget, I told you that I'd clean the glass. You didn't think it would come clean. It clean, totally out. And again, all I did was stick this back on the burner, which is why I like to use glass. Stuck it back on the burner, slowly let it warm up, put some more liquid in there, just some more water, and let it dissolve out, and then eventually it just all chipped out and chipped away and rinsed away. And because it's borax, you can put it down the drain. You don't have to worry about any weird disposal methods. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. It has been a pleasure, as always, to be bringing these DIYs to you. And if you have any DIYs that you've seen that you want me to make videos of, always you can let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to add them to the list of stuff that I have got going. So this has been Daniela of ReDesign Your Life Forever. Super happy to come to you this week with our crystal geodes. We will be continuing that next week, and then I will see you then.